Hello, lovely people. Welcome to our weekly reading for the week of December the 5th. I hope you are all well, and I hope you have all had a really good week. I know I've had an extremely hectic and busy week, but I quite like it that way. So today's cards, I'm using Aunt Lily's tarot deck cards. I'll show you what the box looks like. So this is what the box looks like. And it's another deck of cards that I absolutely adore using. So let's just see what the cards have in store for us today. Right, okay. Let's have a look and see. Ooh, we've got the Tower. Very interesting. Ace of Swords. Now this, I have to say, is a card that I am delighted to see after the Tower. And the World. Okay, what an interesting set of cards. Okay, so first of all, we're looking at two major arcana cards here. One is the Tower, the other is the World. And the major arcana cards are very much about our psyche. They're about the big things happening in our lives, and the sort of things that we have, well, we think we have less control of, but of course we have more control than we realise. We need to be realising that we're always making choices. Now, and then we've got the Ace of Swords in between the two. Okay, so let's talk about the Tower first. The Tower is about, on the face of it, the Tower is about chaos and destruction. It's about sudden upheaval. It's about confusion and maybe revelations. It's basically where your life is going to get turned upside down. What I'm particularly liking in this set of cards, the way they're laid out, is the Tower is in the near past position. So we've kind of got like the near past, the present, and the future, and the Tower is that's in the near past position. So this card is basically, when this card comes up for reading, it's saying brace yourself because stuff is going to happen. And this card can be perceived as a negative card, because it is truly a difficult card. For some, this would be a worse card than death, really, because the death card is very much about new beginnings and letting go of old things. But the Tower is a little bit more violent than that. It's a sudden upheaval in your life. And this is what can make it very difficult. Now, the thing is with the Tower, that the Tower basically, it points to something in your life that's built on false beliefs or false foundations. So when this card comes up for reading, it's very much about have a good look at your life and see what is it that you're doing or how are you living that's really not benefiting you or benefiting your higher self. So this card, if you're not being true to yourself, then eventually your house is going to come tumbling down because there's nothing to properly sustain it. So this is a really good opportunity when the card comes up in a reading, especially if this card was in the future. I would say you need to look at what's going on in your life so that you could avoid the destruction that comes with this card. However, that's if the card was in your future. However, the card has come up as the recent past, so that is a little bit of a relief, really. And so the sort of things that might be an issue with this card could be, as I said, false beliefs and foundations, but it could also be about maybe if your goals are completely unrealistic and your dreams, and you just need to kind of recalibrate and look at things differently. So the other thing with the Tower that's kind of important in a reading is to look at the cards that are around it. And in this case, these are, you've got two massively positive cards coming after the Tower. So whatever has happened here in your life, it's been really painful, I can see, and there has been loss. There's possibly, if you're married, it may have been a divorce or separation, and or maybe in your business you've had bankruptcy. You've had job loss. So the big stuff here. But now this is followed by the Ace of Swords. Now the Ace of Swords is about clarity and it's about breakthrough. And the Ace of Swords is about new ideas, it's about concentration, vision, and force, and focus, and truth. So if you look at this, this is a double-edged sword, and it's just this blade cutting through the deception of the deception that brought you down with the Tower. So I think this card following this one is just magnificent. I love it because this card is all about truth. And when you do cut through the bullshit, basically, you will see the world from a completely new perspective. And this new place is filled with possibilities. And so this card is telling you that it's best time to work on your goals, but they would be goals that maybe you've had to recalibrate because of this, because the Tower has made you realize that your dreams and your hopes were built on quicksand. And now, so now we're in the present, and the Ace of Swords is all about doing the right thing and fighting for what you want and for what's right for you. So when the Ace of Cards comes up in a reading, it's saying like prepare for a breakthrough unlike any other. And I mean, truly, when that comes after the Tower, it's just meant to be. It's just meant to be. So this card is about a fresh wave of energy. You will have been exhausted by the Tower, the chaos of the Tower, and you will feel like you've been lost and where do you go? But now when this debris has cleared, you're now going to be full of really lots of fresh energy, and this energy, it will give you the power to create or destroy what needs to be destroyed. And it also encourages you to take a sort of a brainy kind of communicative approach here, to be clear on your personal truth, no matter what. So this card is saying, don't be afraid. So it's quite. I have to stop repeating myself here. I keep going back to this, and so this card is saying to be clear on your personal, truth, like. And it's saying that although there will be obstacles in your path, that you will understand them and that you'll be resourceful in being able to overcome them. So this card is very much about trusting your instinct, especially when faced with adversity. Because it's telling you that your higher self already knows what the right choices are to make. And so if you were, say, like if you were in a relationship and the Tower comes up, then if the reading was about a relationship, it could be it can be a bad omen. They're basically, you're going through a very rocky patch, and this card would be saying that you have to be honest in your communications, have an open and honest communication about what's going on. And if you were single, it could very well be this card coming up in a relationship reading for you. It could be that maybe you've had a revelation about yourself that you need to address. So it might be about your ego or whether you're arrogant, and something will happen to maybe bring you a little humility so that you have a different way of approaching relationships. And with this card, it's also would be saying, be very careful, be mindful of your personal safety. And so when we're looking at this is being followed by the Ace of Swords, this card is actually kind of saying that, yes, it's problem in your relationship, going back to this here, problem in your relationship. And it may well be that new beginnings are needed. So this card is really kind of, again, let's cut through the bullshit here. You need to either improve the communication in your relationship to resolve the problem, or move on. If that's not possible, then maybe it's time to move on. If you're single, then this card is saying that you will meet somebody who shares your values and that will connect with you on an intellectual level. And it's also telling you to work on yourself. So it's it's very interesting. And if we move on then to the world is about completion and achievements and fulfilment. The world is about a sense of belonging, kind of like of harmony and wholeness. So we've gone from destruction here to breakthrough to completion. And that's fantastic. So this is, we're looking at the near past, present, near future. And this card is saying that everything is going to come together and, inside and outside. So, it will be, a time of enlightenment where everything is connected. And so it's kind of like this new world sort of opening up to you, where there's loads of opportunities available. And this card is recognizing that you've gone through hardships here and that you've learned lessons here, and now you're going to reap the rewards here. So this card is telling you to be proud of what you've achieved, that what you've achieved has not been easy, but you've done it. And, so this card is very much, it's about the completion of a challenge. Now that challenge can be anything. It could be like maybe having finished university, or a project, or achieving, a dream or aspirations where you may have started your own business, or you may have got married, maybe you're having children. You've reached a point of being happy with your accomplishments, and this card is saying, celebrate, be happy, celebrate. Now, if we look at it from a relationship point of view, this card is very much, again, about getting married. It's about having children. It's also, and if neither of those things are in the offing, then it's just about being secure in a loving and committed relationship. If you're single, then this card is saying that there's many options open to you, that you've worked hard to overcome your personal challenges so that you're at peace with yourself, in your world. And this card is saying that you will meet someone sort of in the sense of that like attracts like. And that's why it's really really important that back here you will have worked on yourself so that you're going to meet this new person that's on the same wavelength as you, that you're not carrying old baggage, and therefore you're not attracting somebody else's old baggage. And this card also, it can mean that you might meet somebody while you're traveling, or while they're traveling. Maybe they're traveling the world, or they could be just traveling for work. But there is quite a bit of travel indicated with this card. Now, if we were to look at these three cards from a career point of view, again, we're looking at job loss, possible redundancy, which is near past. And or it could be just that there's a change in your current situation, that may bring about, have brought about unwelcome stress, and but that it's led to better things. So this card is telling you to be careful with your money, avoid risky investments, and it's also saying to put money away for a rainy day. Now, if we move into the present here, this again, we're looking at good omens here, new opportunities coming along because you've cleared the way with the Tower. So now you've got new opportunities coming along. It could be a raise, it could be a promotion. Maybe you're going to work on a new project. But basically, it's a good time to start something new. And also, this card would say to you, like, any sort of financial decisions that you're going to be needing to make them on fact and not on your feelings. This is a very intellectual thought card. It's not a feelings card. And then if we bring this into the near future, then it's saying that your business will be a success if you're starting out on having a new business, that the uncertainty that you've had is going to be in the past. So it's time to breathe. Again, it's saying celebrate, enjoy the fruits of your labor. But it's also saying to you, like, do share these celebrations with the people who've helped you along the way. And this card is saying that, again, they're like this, that there is money coming your way in the sense of bonus or maybe a big contract, and again, there could be travel, for yourself in this card as well. So it's a great set of cards, don't you think? I love this reading. I absolutely love this reading. So this is our reading for this week, and if it resonates with you, do leave me a comment below. You can also subscribe to this channel to be notified for the next reading. Now, if you would like to know more, you can also book a private reading with me. I would love to hear from you. You can find my email address in the description of the video below. So, lovely people, I'm going to leave you and love you for this week and talk to you again next. Lots of love.